Greetings, Bowtie Guy 85 here, and today we are continuing our discussion on men's suits. So we discussed the history, now I'm going to talk about different styles of men's suiting. What I've got here is a three-piece suit. It is called a three-piece because there are three pieces. There is the pants, the vest, the jacket, and usually to be considered a three-piece suit, each garment has to be of the same fabric, pattern, material, color. Now you have two-piece suits, which would just be minus the vest. It's not a different pants with the same vest and jacket. It's a two-piece suit because it's just the pants and the jacket. We also have different styles of vest, different styles of jackets. This jacket I'm wearing, it is a 2-button, because there's only 2 buttons. Notch lapel. Now, the notch lapel, you just have a little notch up in here on the lapel. That's why they call it a notch lapel. We also have the peak lapel, where it comes up a little higher and the lapel peaks toward the shoulder and it gives a more kind of broad shoulder look. And we also have the shawl collar, which is basically a notch collar without the notch. So you still have this piece of fabric in here and it just kind of curves around and follows its way down. Now, I would say the notch lapel is probably the most common of all suits. The peak lapel you still see now and then, but not quite as often. Now the shawl collar is mostly reserved for formal wear. You will see that sometimes on tuxedos, mostly with servant wear, a maitre d' or a waiter at like a fancy restaurant, they may have a shawl collar. You're going to see it with dinner jackets, like the white dinner jackets. It's not really something you're going to see with business wear or any other kind of suiting. Now we also have different button styles. We have 3 buttons now, 4 buttons. I've even seen a 5-button before. Now there's also the double-breasted style as opposed to the single-breasted style. For the single-breasted, it closes in the middle. You have a single breast on each side. With the double-breasted, it closes all the way across, and you have both breasts of the suit that kind of overlap. So those are the styles. Now I want to discuss the difference in the styles, and a lot of that comes down to personal preference. Some people prefer some styles over the other, but from a tailoring standpoint, they are based on body types and body styles. So let's say you're a shorter individual, you know, you're 5'7" or lower, you're probably not going to want more than 2 buttons on your jacket because it's going to look like the jacket's swallowing you up. You get into the 3, the 4 button, even the 5 button. Those styles are great for somebody who is taller, somebody who's 6'1", 6'2", and up. You want that elongation in the torso. Otherwise, it looks like your suit's too small, it doesn't fit. So it's all about proportions. I also feel like if we're talking about the double-breasted style, I think that is a great style for someone who's a little larger. If you have like what they call portly style, where all your weight is like in this midsection here, the double-breasted is great because what it does is it kind of almost gives the slimming illusion because you're pulling those sides in and it's kind of creating some shape, so it's kind of slimming you down in a way. So I feel like that's a good style for that. Now if you're a slender person, I feel like the double-breasted doesn't work as much as well because you're already kind of slim, and when you're pulling in the sides like that, you're kind of getting like too much of a taper, and it's kind of a disproportionate look. Now in terms of the lapels, Again, the notch lapel is probably the most common. Peak lapels I feel like work great on somebody who has a more broad shoulder. If you're really buff up top and your shoulder span is somewhere like in the 46 plus range, a notch lapel is going to look very slimming on you. It's going to look like you're wearing a slim, kind of skinny lapel because you have so much more going on beyond the lapel of the jacket. So a peak lapel is nice because the peak lapel, like I said, it points toward the shoulder and it stretches outward, so you're getting more of a proportionate look. Pants, I'm not going to go too much into pants. We already discussed pants in my pants mini-series. Sometimes your style of jacket, or if you have the vest or not, can dictate what you want to do with the pants, whether you're doing pleats or flat fronts, and the cuffs at the bottom and things like that, which again I discussed in my previous video. But I just wanted to touch on different styles. We discussed the history. Now we're talking about different styles, different cuts, different tailoring of the men's suit. So again, always like and subscribe at the bottom. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and until next time.